Fight's over. Fight's over.
What's up, everybody? My name is Egberry, and welcome back to another Overwatch video. Thank you guys as always for stopping in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's just get right into the video. Sorry I haven't played this game in like forever. I've missed it honestly way more than I expected to. I played it with my buddies for the first time in a while a few days ago, and I just realized how much I actually did miss it. I know I'm not the greatest at this game, but I posted on this channel before of this game a few times, and I just wanted to post again. As you can see, booped that person, and we're just gonna move straight into the next clip. We are making our way back onto the point over here. As you can see, there is a Zarya and a bunch of other people blocking our way, but we are making our way back onto the point. I am gonna ult right here and keep people alive for as long as I can. My buddy Alex was able to get a couple people with his rip tire right there, and we are able to get the freaking Ramatra dead there too. And then Alex once again gets somebody, but I finish off the Zarya right there, and we clear off the point. Once again, moving along into another clip right here. We are just making our way back onto the point, trying to get this push stopped to where we can get it pushed back towards them. As you can see, we're losing a little bit right here, so I'm going to drop my ult real quick. The D.Va did ult and was able to get Alex, unfortunately, but I was able to live and keep a few other people alive with my ultimate. This Mauga charged in, but he was getting pretty low, so we were able to get him done. And I'm going to speed this part up just a little bit here because it's us just moving along right here. The Reaper did try and ult on us right there, but I was able to boop him out of the way, and I think he was mad at me because he chased me down pretty hard right here. Kind of just ignored Chad right there, but you know, it's okay. I will take the kill on him. He made it pretty easy for me, and we're just going to push along on the payload here. As you can see, the Mauga and the D.Va are back, as well as the Echo that was being pretty annoying this whole time. But regardless, we're just going to keep pushing along here. The Reaper is off to the left, as well as somebody else. I'm not sure who, but we're able to get the D.Va out of the mech and just push along a little bit more here. The Reaper, once again, you'll see him right here. He will just pop in, but we're able to get him taken care of pretty quickly, and I'm able to get the Echo taken care of myself. Now we're just going to focus back on the Mauga and the rest of the people that are out in front of the payload here, and able to do some pretty good damage whilst trying to keep people alive. I do almost have my ultimate again right here. I unfortunately was not able to keep the Brigitte alive, but I was able to ult on Chad and somebody else here, and the get to D.Va pretty low. I'm kind of just holding on with whoever is right next to me. It looks like a Hanzo, and we're just kind of keeping the point for as long as we can. The D.Va is getting pretty low, and the Mauga is just being annoying. So I'm doing what I can. Pretty much their entire team is back now. My team is arriving as well now, though, too. So I'm a little bit more in the help right here, but unfortunately the Mauga does get them trapped in his ult, and I was going to try and push back in, but I waited a little bit too long, and now it is just one other person left, and I'm pushing back a little bit here, but the Reaper does teleport behind me, and unfortunately for me, he does get me when I'm not paying attention. So there we go. I forgot to mention that this video is pretty much just going to be a Lucio video because he's my boy, he's my main, and I just really haven't played any other character. I've been letting other people play what characters they want. Not that I don't want to play Lucio, but I'll play him if it means other people get to play whatever characters they want, because I enjoy him 99% of the time. There's a couple times where I'm like, all right, but 99% of the time I like playing him, and it was going pretty well. I wasn't struggling with him as bad as I thought I would. I thought I'd be a little more rusty than I was. Obviously, I'm not great with his shooting right now. I still got to get back into the swing of how his patterns go. A lot of the times I do just shoot randomly, even though I'm not like actually aiming at anything. I know it's just a habit I get into. I just hold down the button on the controller. I know it doesn't really like increase my accuracy or anything like that. Obviously, it does the opposite, but regardless, I just kind of do that out of habit. Not sure why, but I'm able to aim pretty decently when I try to. So I'm not gonna say I'm good by any means, but I can do enough. I do more healing than I do damage, obviously, with Lucio, but that's kind of the point as a healer. So I just try and position myself as good as I can and try and live. That's pretty much my goal with Lucio. But when I can do damage, I will. Like here, I was just trying to keep the team alive with my ults. I always pick the perks. The perks have been a new thing in the game, at least for me, because this is, like I said, I haven't played this game in a long time, so they added the perks, I would assume, relatively recently, and I always pick the ones that just amplify my healing and the speed boost, the range one, and then I think it's some sort of percentage boost. But regardless, I always pick those ones because I know I'm not the greatest at shooting, and maybe when I get a little bit more used to him again, like playing the game again, maybe I'll start using those perks and try them out. But for right now, I'm just going to do what I can to help everybody else and try and be useful if I can be. But I like playing Lucio, don't get me wrong, especially with the cool skins that he's got. He's got the Poison Dart Frog skin. I love Poison Dart Frogs. I love frogs. That's a fun fact about me, you now know. But regardless, we're just going to get back into the gameplay here. Let's freaking go. Moving on to the next clip here. We are holding up on this point here, as you can see. They did just make it to a checkpoint, and the Malga was being kind of goofy right there and charged in by themselves. And I'm not sure why our Tracer is up there kind of by themselves. I know they're a Tracer and they can move around and all that, but they're a little far extended, and nobody's able to heal them, and they just end up getting killed right there. So we're just going to focus on healing who we can. The Moira is ulting and trying to focus on us in the back line, the Mercy, and I believe the Mercy is actually Alex here. So let's freaking go, Alex. Thank you for keeping me alive. I do have my ult right here that I'm going to use, and we are able to get the push pretty good back on them. One of them did end up dying from falling. I think it was the Moira actually, and I'm able to get this Illari myself, and now we're able to just kind of push back on the point because it was just one of them left. Checking my stats here, making sure I'm doing okay, and now just kind of wait for them to push back. They honestly got back a lot quicker than I thought they would, but you know, I guess that kind of makes sense because like half of them died at one point and half of them died at the other. But we were able to get the D.Va out of the mech right there. At least Chad was able to get them with the ult, and I was able to take out, I'm not sure what that character's name is, to be honest. I think that was the Vendetta that I got right there. I think that's the Vendetta, but I was able to get them taken care of. I did get killed by the Bob right there, but my good buddy Alex was able to res me and get me back into the fight, and we're able to keep each other alive and hold up onto this point a little bit more. They were making a pretty good push right here. Alex and I were healing up as much as we could right here. The D.Va did push in a little aggressively and kind of overextended herself, so we're able to get her out of the mech right here. I did have my ult as well, so I'm going to drop that real quick, and I'm able to get the D.Va killed off right there as well, and then I did get the Roadhog too. And now we're focusing on this Vendetta, who's just kind of jumping around everywhere. She's getting pretty low, and I was trying to kill her with a few punches, as well as whoever that other person was. But now the Lucio is the only one left here, and we're focusing on him. He's just being annoying, jumping around the point, but we're able to get him taken care of. So we were pushing this team back pretty aggressively right here, and Alex is playing Hanzo, and one of their healers, I'm not sure what this dude's name is, and he tried to push in right there, and Alex just pigged him with a headshot. And unfortunately, Chad is getting solo ulted over here in that corner, so I wasn't able to get to him in time. I was able to stay alive myself, though, and help heal up the rest of the team. I know we've got the Baptiste going, too, so that helps as well. Focusing on the Roadhog now, and I'm just able to punch him and finish him off. And now there's a soldier over here that we're focusing on, and we're able to get him taken care of as well. I start teabagging here because Chad told me that somebody teabagged on him, so we're just going to do that in revenge. All right, on to the next clip here. Bryn is playing Roadhog. That is important for shortly here. As you can see, they ulted and knocked two people off of the map right there, the Moira and the other Roadhog. So I know they were mad about that. But the Junker Queen is over here, and you know what? I was just kind of feeling a little inspired by Bryn in the moment, you know. I was like, all right, this Junker Queen is still over here. Let me just do this real quick on myself and take them out with my freaking boop. Thank you, Bryn, for the inspiration. All right, as you can see, we are just trying to capture this flashpoint that is just unlocking over here. I do have my ultimate that I'm going to drop real quick, and we are going to use that to push up on the point real quick as well. The Orisa and the Torbjorn did ult, but Fortunately for us, we were still able to kind of stay in the push, and Chad was able to get a couple people before the Zenyatta ults went off. And now we're just going to keep pushing. The Orisa is getting pretty low, and we were able to get her taken care of eventually. Now I'm going to heal up who I can, whoever is still around. Also able to take out the soldier with my boop right there. Gonna speed this part up a little bit just because it's us waiting for them to get pushed back onto the point over here. As you can see, they do make their way eventually, and I was just gonna try and heal up since I was getting pretty low there myself, trying to stay behind this pillar as much as I can because I do have a radius of healing, which is convenient, and I can kind of like hide behind stuff as long as I'm in the radius to still heal other people. Their Roadhog was getting pretty low right there, as you can see, and we were trying to focus on him. I was able to get him taken care of myself right there, and we're just able to kind of pick them off one by one. Alex was able to get somebody, but Chad did unfortunately die once again right there. He is solo tanking though, so there's not much he can do when he just gets focused on like there's nobody else that's even playing the game. It's pretty frustrating, I know, but we're able to get them taken care of because, like I said, they were pretty much just focusing on Chad and nobody else. So we were able to do a pretty good amount of damage. Once again, just kind of waiting for them. Now moving on to the next flashpoint over here, as you can see. Making our way over to the point as fast as we can. I unfortunately forgot to do the speed boost, but it's too late to switch over since I was pretty much here anyways. The Roadhog and the Orisa did beat us here, and they did get the Baptiste hooked right there for a second, but he was able to keep himself alive, and we were able to get the Roadhog right there. I do have my ultimate now, and I'm focusing on this Orisa, who I'm able to take out. I am going to drop my ultimate right here, and now we're going to focus on the Genji because we can push a little more aggressively. I get a second kill right there. Now focusing on the Juno over here, and I'm able to get a third. That is going to do it for this episode though, guys. I will be doing more Overwatch videos here soon in the future, I promise. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.
I mean,
he's tickling his feet, man. He's
oh
tickling
my
his
God!
feet.
Who tickles another man's feet in a fight?
He's tickling his feet.
Who tickles another man's feet?